Hey there, what's up? So yeah, I haven't really been playing this game a lot. Not for lack of interest, it just I've been really busy today. Been doing a lot of Schmodown reactions, and those take a lot of time and effort. Even though it really doesn't look like I'm putting much effort into them, it just they do take a lot of time, and it takes a lot of emotional effort out of me because I'm really invested in these Schmodown. But we're not here to talk about Schmodown right now. Here to talk about this game. Currently, there's an event. There's a Pinsy Raid Day, apparently. Currently, there's this event. Hold on, I'm gonna fix the camera. There's this event specifically for bug types. And, yeah, I figured I should probably, at least do one video of me playing this event. Just to, actually, say that I've taken part in this event. I'm not even sure how long this event is going to go. If it's anything like that other one that I believe just ended with the Soul Rocks and Lunatones and all these other Sun and Moon related Pokemon. It's probably going to be a week or even less, a few days. Meantime, let's see. Oh, apparently there's a double XP upon catching and special 5-kilometer themed eggs. Sounds interesting. Yeah, let's get a stamp for today. Well, shouldn't be that difficult to get a stamp for tomorrow. By the way, as you can see, I've got my the Flirtenflaus face mask. Cranidos. Not a bad Pokemon to have. I'm pretty sure I already have a Rampardos, but it's always good to have some more candy for this type of Pokemon. Very high on attack. But that's the main series. I'm not really sure about this game. So yeah, I do have my the Flirtenflaus face mask. Just in case I needed to, because it's... Well, I mean, it's pretty late right now, and there aren't really a lot of people walking around. There's only a handful, but, I mean, it's Friday night, and people like to go out on Friday night, myself included. Now, under normal circumstances, I'd be at a movie theater right about now, but there aren't any movie theaters. For the same reason they even bothered to have a Flirtenflaus face mask, because there's a pandemic. Now, as you can see, there's no one here, so I'm feeling pretty safe, so I'm not really putting my my mask on. But if I'll start walking somewhere and I see that there's a lot of people around, I'm not taking any chances. I'm putting my face on. My face on? Okay, that's one way of putting it. So yeah, I think should just take a stroll around the block, check out a few areas that I haven't really been to in a while. Should be interesting. And yeah, maybe I should look for some bug type Pokemon. I really gotta take advantage of the fact. Wind. Hold on. I'm really trying to take advantage of the fact that there's a double XP bonus for catching Pokemon, because as you can see, or as you will see, yeah, I'm almost at level 36. I mean, it's nothing too big. It's not like I'm almost at level 40, which is the final level so far that you can achieve in this game, but it's it's always nice to advance to another level in any game. Now, the disadvantages of having to do this thing with one hand are starting to come into play. Hold on. I'm gonna try to work around this issue. There, see? Easy peasy. I really need to... Okay, I'm pretty sure this Venonat hates me right now. There we go. Not too big of a problem. But yeah, I really want to try to get some kind of a mount that I can put this camera on, so that I can have my other hand free, so I wouldn't have to hold one camera in one hand and the other camera, which is recording the game itself, in the other hand. Combi. That's okay. It's okay and very easy to catch, or rather, to hit, I should say. But yeah, it's nice that I picked out a specific hour where there aren't a lot of people going on. Okay, there are some people over there, so I'm gonna put my mask on. Just give me a second. Can never be too careful. Ooh, is that a herdier? Don't see many of those. You don't often see a herdier in these games. Usually it's just a lollipop. But yeah, I'm heading into a more open area where there could be some more people walking around. So, for my own safety and for theirs, I'm gonna keep this mask on, at least for a while. Yep, just like I thought, more people here. So yeah. Damn it! No room for one of my guys. I'm not really sure how long this video is gonna go, and to be quite honest, I don't really have a lot of battery in this camera, so in this one, that is. The phone is fine so far. So a few minutes, I suppose. Hold on. Oops, my bad. Been recording for about 8 minutes. I don't know, maybe 15-20 minutes. That should be enough, because these videos tend to get really long sometimes over an hour. But I don't want this video to get too long. I'm just gonna walk around here, maybe catch a few bugs, and go back home. And I think a Team Rocket person just showed up, so gonna stay here for a while. Nope, my bad. It's a dwebble. I think it's the first time I've ever seen a dwebble in the wild in this game. It's usually just you get dwebbles by hatching them. That's kind of neat. You can actually encounter dwebbles now. Unless, of course, you live in a place where dwebbles are pretty common in the wild. I don't know. Dwebble! I really like dwebble. It's a nice idea for a Pokemon. I mean, it's a hermit crab, except it's a bug instead of a crab, and then it uses a rock as its shell, as opposed to an actual shell. Nice, very nice idea for Pokemon, and you know, it's a bug and rock type. So, I mean, the rock type kind of protects the bug type from some of the stuff that bug type is weak against, like say flying and fire. And in return, the bug type protects the rock type from some of the stuff that rock type is weak to, like ground and grass, for example. So it's a very nice type combination. They complement each other pretty well, I would say. One major problem, though, is also the bug type also protects it from fighting type, which rock is weak to, but bug resists. So it's a nice kind of type combination. The only major problem, though, is that it doesn't protect the bug type from rock types, because for some reason, I have no idea why, rock type doesn't resist rock types. Color me surprised. No idea where that idea came from. Similarly, something that I recently discovered the hard way, ground types don't resist fire types. I mean, ground is super effective on fire, however, it's not resistant to fire. I don't know how that works. A Shuppet. No idea why a Shuppet would be here. Oh dang, I hate when I do that. I hate when I do that as well. No idea what a Shuppet would be doing in a bug-themed event. Hold on. He's trying my patience, isn't he? Aha! Success. I'm definitely gonna need to stock up on some Pokeballs later. Nope, not catching that Panseer. These things are more trouble than they're worth. Since this is the bug type event, sort of, I think we should talk about the bug types in general. Bug is a very interesting type in Pokemon. It used to be the worst type by far, like by a pretty significant margin. Alright, maybe I should just try to catch this one. It's definitely going to give me something to talk about. But as I was saying, it used to be the worst Pokemon type by a pretty significant margin for a very long time. Okay, so that Pansy just decided to run away while I'm still talking. Anyways, now bug type is pretty much considered a legitimate threat in the Pokemon world. Competitively, that is. It's pretty much on the same level as any other type. I mean, it's not as strong as some types are, but it's pretty good. There's a video by MNJTV, which... Ooh! Who put that there? Yeah, so there's a video by MNJTV. It's a really great, well-done video that kind of really breaks down the history of the bug types in Pokemon. And it's a fascinating... it's a really fascinating video. I actually wrote on the comments of that video that he probably should consider doing a similar video for every single type, because it was really insightful and I really enjoyed it. You probably won't though, but one could hope, I suppose. So I'm gonna go over there and take on that Team Rocket person. I'd much rather sit while doing it first. Oops. Pretty sure the grass is wet over here. Let's catch this Volto. Now, in this video, he goes over the pretty much every single generation and how and what each new generation of bug types brought to the table. The Generation 1, well, it had a lot of bugs, but only 2 of them were actually kind of useful. Now, the thing about bug types, a lot of people seem to overlook this fact, but bug is one of 3 different types. I guess I can take off my mask since I'm not really walking. Bug is one of 3 types that's super effective against psychic types. And psychic types was easily the most powerful and overpowered type in Generation 1. First of all, the Pokémon, the psychic type Pokémon, were pretty incredible, namely Alakazam and Mr. Mime, but I mean, there's also Mewtwo. Can't talk about psychic types without mentioning Mewtwo. But also, in Generation 1, psychic type only had 2 weaknesses, because the dark type wasn't even invented yet. It was added in Generation 2. And it's in Generation 2 and beyond, it's immune to psychic types. And still to this day. Probably for good reason, but the only 2 types that are super effective against psychic types, other than dark, are Bug and Ghost. And, well, here's the thing. Not only is the only Ghost family, the only Ghost evolutionary family in Generation 1, namely the Gengar evolutionary line, are also poison types on top of being ghost types. And for those of you who don't know, poison type is weak to psychic. But also, here's a funny thing. I think it was, let's rock and roll, so rock type. Good enough, I suppose. Anyways, as I was saying, it was probably a glitch of some kind, but psychic types in Generation 1, specifically red, blue, and yellow, and I guess green, if you want to count that as well. Psychic types were immune to ghost types. Oops. Like I said, it must have been a glitch, because even in the game itself, some of the NPCs actually talk about how the only ones that can beat psychic types are ghost types. So they actually send you to find ghost types in order to battle Sabrina, I believe. And oops. So you went through all that trouble of getting a Ghastly in Lavender Town, evolving it into a Hunter, trading it with someone, and trading it back in order to evolve it into a Gengar. And whoops! Not only is it weak to Sabrina's psychic types, it's also not effective at all as far as ghost stab moves. Which effectively means that the only type that's super effective against psychic types in Generation 1 are bug types. Now the bug types, the fully evolved ones, that is, in Generation 1 are Butterfree, Beedrill, Venomoth, Scyther, and Pinsir. 3 out of the 4 are completely terrible and unusable, and as far as bug type moves, all you have are Twin Needle, Leech Life, Pin Missile, and String Shot. String Shot doesn't really do much. It just lowers the opponent's speed, so who cares? Pin Missile and Leech Life are terrible attacks. barely do any damage at all. And an egg is hatching. Let's see what it is. And to add insult to injury, Twin Needle can only... that's 90. Twin Needle can only be learned by Beedrill, who not only is not really good, it's also weak to Psychic because it's a poison type. So yeah, the only way to properly battle Sabrina, the gym leader in Generation 1, is to just overlevel your Pokemon. Best way to... best case scenario. Which is kind of what I did because, well, I kind of had a bit of a benefit. I don't know, I don't really know if I could call it a benefit, but what happened is, well, since I'm walking, I guess I should put my mask back on. Hold on. There we go. As I was saying, well, when I played Red for the first time, I didn't really know a lot of stuff because I kind of played it about a year ago, I think. A year and a half ago, maybe. And what happened is, I didn't know a lot about the game, and one of the many things I didn't know about the game was the fact that once you get to I want to say Saffron City. I always get these two mixed up. I always confuse between Saffron and Saladon City. So the major city where Erica's gym is. Let's put it that way. Whenever I got to that city, I didn't know that you can purchase fresh water in the vending machine and give it to the guards on either one of the borders between that other city, and yeah, that will give you access to that city and therefore to that gym. So by the time I challenged Sabrina's gym, I've already beaten Koga in Future City, and I believe I also beat Blaine in Cinnabar Island. So yeah, Sabrina was basically my 7th gym when she should have been my 5th. It happens, but I mean, I already had a level 40 or level 50 Charizard, and I just ran through her team like butter. So yeah, Sabrina was a cakewalk for me, as was the other gym in that same city. One of these days I gotta remember which city is Celadon and which city is Saffron, but for right now I can't remember. So that's how my experience with Sabrina was, and yeah. Moving on to talk more about bug types. So yeah, the only really good bug type Pokemon in Generation 1 are Scyther and Pinsir, but they're version exclusive, which means you can only get them in one game, but not the other, which is even more frustrating. And what's even more frustrating than that is that you can only encounter them in the Safari Zone, which is a place you can only get to technically after the Sabrina stuff. It's in Future City, and even then, there's no guarantee you'll ever find one of those because they're rare. And on top of that, you can't battle them to catch them. You have to play by the Safari rules, which is you either throw a treat or bait. Sorry, you either throw a bait at them or a rock at them, depending on what you feel like at the moment. Then throw a Pokeball. I'm gonna put Pinsir just because I'm talking about him right now. Then you throw a Pokeball, a Safari Ball, my bad, hoping to catch it before they get scared and run away. Not really sure what why Pinsir and Scyther would be afraid of a human. But whatever. The rules of the game, I suppose. I'm gonna put Charizard because I just talked about him. What else? So yeah, that was it for Generation 1. Generation 2. Also, they introduced a lot of really weak bug types, namely Ledian and Ariados. Yeah, not really good ones. There's a shiny Houndoom in there? I didn't even know shiny Houndoom are in the game yet. So yeah, it's a shiny Houndoom. Call me surprised. But going back to my original point, in addition to Ledian and Ariados, the other two bug types that were added in Generation 2 are Heracross and Shuckle and Fortress. The fully evolved Pokemon, that is. So yeah, definitely better than Generation 1, but still not that good. Because, I guess, Shuckle and Fortress get a bit of a boost because they're also rock types, but Heracross, well, it's a very good Pokemon and really strong. It has a signature move. It's also a fighting type, which is weak to Psychic again. At least the bug type moves in Generation 2 are better. They added Mega Horn and Fury Cutter, and a few other moves I can't really remember. I need to watch that video again, but again, MNGTV really breaks down the bug type really well in that video. But yeah, Mega Horn is a really good one, but it's a really good move that only Heracross can use, I think. But yeah, Fury Cutter, I love that move. The only problem with it is you have to keep using it over and over again in order for it to be any good. Because it's a move that starts out really slow, but its damage is doubled every time you use it. But well, that's went off. But it only works if you use it repeatedly. Oh, and also, fun fact, you'll get the TM for Fury Cutter from Bugsy after beating him in Generation 2. But something that he doesn't really mention, or at least I don't remember him mentioning, is that he doesn't tell you that the move gets more powerful the more you use it. I had to find that out on my own, and after several times of using that move and seeing that it doesn't really do much, I just decided not to use it until I believe one of the NPCs in the game tells you about it, near the end of the game or something like that, or maybe even in the post game. So again, one of the many things you have to find out on your own when you're playing the games years after the fact. But I mean, after that, I've used it in almost every other generation. I mean, my Sceptile in Emerald had it, and it was a great move. I love my my Sceptile in Emerald. Still to this day, the only starter I've never once put in the PC box throughout the entire playthrough in all the games that I've played. My Semptile was a really good powerhouse, and it has had a Fury Cutter, which was really super effective against Psychic types whenever I ran into them. He was really good against what's his face? I think his name is Wally, the kind of secondary rival in the games. He was really good against Wally's God of War whenever I ran into them. Hold on, Yanma's going to be pretty tough to beat. Alright, speaking of Yanma, that's another Gen 2 Pokemon that I've forgotten. Yeah, probably because I never caught one in Generation 2 because it was so annoying to catch that I figured I'd just, give up and move on and try to keep on with the game, because if I've always spent way too much time trying to catch a Yanma, and I really wanted to move on with the game because I think it's outside of Goldenrod City. Yeah, that early in the game that you encounter a Yanma. So that's it for Generation 2. Generation 3, I think Generation 3 actually introduced a lot of bug types. None of them were particularly good. Like, hold on, after I catch this Venipede, I'm going to check out what kind of bug types the Generation 3 added. Obviously there's, Volbeat and Illumise, those are bad, but Volbeat was the only Pokemon in Generation 3 that could learn the new bug type move Signal Beam. And then for some reason they gave it to Dugong in Fire Red and Leaf Green, which makes no sense to me, but whatever. So yeah, they had Beautifly and Dustox, which were split evolutions, and I believe Dustox was also a poison type, which doesn't really help its case too much. There was Masquerain, I remember. Dropped my phone. That would have been embarrassing. Hold on, here we go. Beautifly and Dustox, as I've mentioned, Masquerain, which I haven't caught. There's Ninjask and Shedinja. Shedinja's kind of good, I suppose, if you know how to use them. What else? Volbeat and Illumise, we talked about those. Armaldo. Not a bad Pokemon, to be honest. Not bad at all. But yeah, I'm not seeing anything else. As far as Generation 4 goes, we got Cricketune, which is really not good. Wormadam and Mothim, again, split evolution. Neither of which are any good. And there's Vespiquen, obviously. And I believe that's it, actually. Yeah, not a lot of strong bug types in Generation 4, other than Yanmega, maybe. But, I never really actually used the Yanmega before, so the hell do I know. Then came Generation 5. The best generation for bug type. By a pretty significant margin. Because, let's see... So that's the Unova Monkeys. So right off the bat, you've got Livani and Scolopede. Powerhouses when it comes to bug types. Galvantula, another really strong bug type that I've used to great effect in my playthrough of White. You had Durant, yet again, another huge powerhouse. But, the crown has to go to Volcarona and Genesect. Those Pokemon really elevated the bug type a lot. And pretty sure that Generation 4 also introduced X-Scissor, which is a really good move. Sometimes. I'm pretty sure it also introduced Struggle Bug, which I guess is kind of useful because it has an extra status effect. What else? Generation 3 also introduced Silver Wind, which wasn't good, but it wasn't bad either. But, Generation 5 introduced Bug Bite, which is a really good move if you know how to use it well, especially in competitive play, because if you use it and the opponent is holding a berry, your Pokemon that uses Bug Bite eats the berry and gains its effect, which is awesome. What else? There's Bug Buzz, which is really, really strong. So yeah, like I said, I haven't watched the video in a while, but it's a really good video. You should check it out. Gen 6 only introduced one bug-type Pokemon fully evolved one, that is, which is Vivian. Not a very strong Pokemon at all, but it had the gimmick of having several different wing patterns. So it was more of a collectible Pokemon than a competitively viable one. Gen 7 was pretty good for bug types as well. I mean, they had Golisopod and Araquanid, and probably more than I'm forgetting right now, but Gen 8 also introduced Orbeetle and Centiskorch, and lots of really good, strong bug-type Pokemon that are really good and really useful. But, I mean, doesn't really matter much because none of these Pokemon are in this game, so why are we even talking about them? Yeah, I think I've been talking about bug types long enough. I mean, have enough context for this video. How long is this video? 36 minutes? Wow, when I talk, I can lose myself. So yeah, I'm going back home now. I was gonna do another Smolder reaction, but probably not. See, this is one of the many reasons I wanted to make these videos of me just walking. And I'm gonna take off this mask now because it's starting to annoy me. Or should I say, it's starting to bug me. But as I was saying, I really wanted to make these videos just so that I can, you know, talk. Something that I really enjoy doing, but I'm not really good at most of the time. And I really enjoy playing this game, but I mean, sometimes it just felt kind of useless just to go outside the house, especially right now, just to go outside the house just to catch Pokemon and come back. So I'm really glad that now I have the opportunity to make more from to get more out of this. I'm not just going outside to catch Pokemon. I'm actually having conversations with myself. I guess is one of the ways that I could put this. I don't even care if a lot of people watch these videos. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that the last one I did, first one I did with this camera, has the highest amount of views out of any of the ones that I did, and it's got like 9 views. So yeah, not very promising. I wouldn't bet the house on this series succeeding very much, but I am really enjoying it. I'll say that much. So yeah, even if no one watches these videos, I'm cool with it because it's almost like a journal, like a Dear Diary type of a thing. Like, no, you're not sure anyone's ever going to see this or read this, but at least you feel like you're getting some things off your chest and, you know, sending your thoughts out there into the ether somewhere. Wow, this conversation really got deep, didn't it? Well, I suppose that's the purpose of these videos, after all. This guy's just coughing because it has a weather boost. And I'm gonna battle that Team Go Rocket grunt over there, and end this video. How much time did I spend with the egg? Wow, I really need to do some walking. I only got like 2 more days until the week finally closes out, according to this game at least, but I don't really plan on going anywhere tomorrow or doing anything, so maybe I should consider that. And it ran away. Another Dwebble. Let's catch this Dwebble. Nice little Dwebble. Alright, I'm talking about Dwebble. I'm just now realizing that when I went over the new bug types introduced in Generation 5, I completely forgot about Crustle, which is kind of the Pokemon that started this conversation in the first place. Like I said, I can talk a lot, but I'm not very good at it. Which is why I wanted to make these videos in the first place, because I can just get to talk with no filter, without having to edit stuff out to fit into a certain context or something. I can just sit here and talk. I don't care what comes out of my mouth. Yeah, this ain't gonna work. I'm gonna catch this Aron here, just because I really love Aggron. And if there aren't any exciting Pokemon that show up after this one, I'm just gonna battle that Team Go Rocket person and go back home. There's another Surskit. I have enough Surskit candy to evolve one into a Masquerain, which is a Pokemon that I don't have yet, just because Surskits aren't very common in this area. Back in the day, they used to only spawn in one particular place that kinda demanded some walking, so I didn't really get a chance to catch a lot of Surskits. But now I don't need to. Gotcha. Alright, I'm getting tired, so let's fight this guy or girl. I don't really care. It's a girl. It's a girl. So she's a fire type specialist. Pretty easy beat. Easy beat. I don't even need to heal my Vaporeon or Shiny though. So I can just Oko her team pretty quickly. Maybe not Oko, but yeah, it's pretty simple. That's one. Should I go for the Hydro Pump now? Yeah, probably. Yeah, my Lodex's probably gonna finish the job. I don't wanna send Vaporeon out just yet. What? Oh, I forgot. This my Lodex uses Dragon Tail. Never mind. I've won. Who cares? Who cares? And now I get a bonus heart with my Lodic, which is super helpful for in completing the whole Ultra Buddies thing, or Best Buddies thing. That's Rescue Pokemon. I would have had air quotes if I had any free hands. This guy's actually proving to be much of a challenge, but doesn't really matter. If I catch it, good. If I don't, who cares? Who cares? There, see that? There's that heart from battling. And I should probably get another heart just by feeding it one more time. Yeah. So that will be about 7 hearts, maybe 8 if the walk together thing is going to give me another heart, but I don't care. There's another Team Go Rocket operative over there, but I'm not really feeling like challenging it right now. Also because the phone's battery is pretty low, and my battery is pretty low, so I ain't going to battle anyone anytime soon. Just gonna go back home. I've got one more Schmodown match, or Schmodown reaction video that I've finished. I gotta upload that one, and it's for it was Dimalanta versus Molly Damon match. Great match, but yeah, I gotta upload that one, and then I'm gonna upload this, which will probably be technically tomorrow, because by the time this video is done processing, it's gonna be past midnight. Another Dwebble! These things are becoming pretty popular. As far as yesterday's road trip with my mom, I didn't really... I caught a bunch of Pokemon, but didn't catch any shinies, so, or anything special, really. So there's no reason to talk about them in this video, so I just didn't do that. So yeah, there's a Roselia and a Venipede, not very exciting, and I believe Roselia has the opportunity to be shiny, and it's not a shiny. I don't think that shiny Venipede is in this game yet, so I'm gonna catch that one, but probably not gonna do it on camera because I'm already here. So I'm going home, and well, I don't want to end this video not catching the Roselia, so I'm gonna keep trying to catch this Roselia, and there we go. Now I can end the video on a high note. That's it for today, and see you guys maybe tomorrow. Actually, Sudowoodo. Not a shiny. So, and it's a 666. Not scary at all. Wow, that Sudowoodo was actually easier to catch than Roselia. Who would have figured? But that's about it. Time to end the video. Good night, everybody. Hello again, everybody. I really hope you enjoyed this video, because I really enjoyed making it. So, if you like what you've seen here, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content like this. So, until next time, guys, I'll see you guys next time.